Hello, I'm Movie Wisecracker, and I'm doing a movie review for Watchmen, directed by Zack Snyder, which was released in 2009. I can see why certain people like like and dislike this film. Honestly, it makes a lot of sense. I, for one, I'm one of the people that enjoyed this film, even though they could have added a lot more to it if it were in a TV series. But for what we got in film, I enjoyed it. I prefer the director's cut though. The main character I enjoyed the most was portrayed by Jeffrey Dean Morgan, who played the comedian. I liked how he saw the aspect of life as a joke, which, in certain points of view, I could understand why he felt that way. Like, I think his character showed the most change for a character build up. Like, he changed a lot through the years. Like, his attitude just changed a lot. Like he chose to joke around a lot, but yet, like during the scene in Vietnam, he shot a pregnant woman, which showed the madness and turmoil during that war in like one scene, which I thought was interesting. And I thought it was pretty sad that Dr. Manhattan didn't stop the comedian from killing the pregnant lady. And it made Manhattan think, like, why didn't I stop him from killing this woman? I could have stopped him in any type of way possible. That's probably what was going on in his mind. But it leaves a lot of questions, this film. Like, Billy Crudup did amazing as Dr. Manhattan. Like, I enjoyed him a lot. He was probably he wasn't my second favorite. He was like my third. Second is Rorschach, but of course first is comedian. Even though he wasn't in the film that much, I just liked him on his ideals of what he thought in life. Now I go down to like Jackie Earle Haley's character, which he plays Rorschach. Like, he thinks kind of similar towards the ideals of a comedian, somewhat. Like, he sees how the world is in turmoil. Especially the scene where he found out that girl dead, and then he killed that man that killed that young girl. Like, it makes sense. Like, what he thinks. It shows like how these type of characters feel through all this turmoil they go through and trying to keep the American dream alive. Like, on my list here, I would like to pay tribute to the people who wrote the screenplay, which is David Hayter and Alex Tessie, because what they wrote was pretty good. I know there's a lot more to the graphic novel, but for what they did in film is pretty good. Like, the thing I wanted more out of this was mainly the old superheroes, like the original Night Owl and stuff like that. Like, I felt like they could have did more with the original team, but then we would probably have to have a 4-hour movie for that. But it is what it is. Like, the main thing that I liked out of this film, which I see on my list here, is the death of the comedian. Like, I love how they have certain Easter eggs, like the numbers on his apartment door says 300. I thought that was cool. Like, there's a whole bunch of Easter eggs in this film that show what these people are going through, especially through the strikes and all that. Also, the thing I found really cool was how they portrayed Nixon and and how they showed Dr. Manhattan meeting Kennedy. I thought that was pretty cool. I think one of the weakest characters, like, I thought they could have built up more to him, was Ozymandias, which is also known as Adrian, played by Matthew Good. I thought they could have did a lot more with this character. I understand where he's coming from and how he tried to go a different approach of finding a certain peace within the world, but it was like a pretty far-fetched extremity towards his ideals. But I could understand what he was trying to do. That's probably why Dr. Manhattan didn't kill him at the end. But I thought they could have did more with him. I enjoyed Night Owl, especially how he was friends with Rorschach. That was pretty cool. But I'd have to say the best character, hands down, is the comedian, in my opinion. Second favorite, Rorschach. Third, Dr. Manhattan. Fourth, Night Owl. I even enjoyed Silk Spectre at some moments, but I mainly enjoyed the comedian. I know he wasn't a very likable character to certain people, but I understood some of his ideals of what he felt upon the world. Especially the scene where he broke down to his arch nemesis. That was a great scene. Like, he was tearing up because of all the bad things he did for his country and some of the bad things he did that he shouldn't have did, like killing the woman in Vietnam. But it shows that even though he had superhuman powers, that he had feelings of mostly of a human. Like, it showed his emotional state, which he really didn't show much because he was putting on a show of being a jokester, basically. That's what I liked about his character, because it transitioned to the end of his death. Rorschach I enjoy because he has some moments that are funny, and let's just face it, he kicks the most ass in this film, basically. Like, Jackie Earle Haley became Rorschach. That was awesome. I enjoyed the hell out of it. Another thing I want to go into is the fight scene with the original Night Owl. Who he played was Hollis Mason. I enjoyed that scene. It showed like flashbacks of World War II and him fighting like an old nemesis. I thought that was pretty cool. Like, he had a connection with Night Owl too. I kind of felt bad for Night Owl because he lost two of his friends. He lost Hollis and he lost Rorschach. Like, I kind of wish they didn't kill off Rorschach, but I know they kill him off. You know, but we wouldn't get that scene with the Night Owl screaming, which I thought it was pretty good. Some people thought it was really cheesy, but he just lost a second friend. If you think about it, like, that's pretty sad. Like, he talked mostly with Hollis, and then when Rorschach came back to his life, he would talk to him. Like, all he has left is Silk Spectre, basically. Which is, it's pretty sad. He lost two of his friends. Like, I thought Dr. Manhattan was gonna do something to Ozymandias, but I guess not. But I enjoyed the hell out of this film. Like, honestly, like, when I look at my notes, I can see the connection to everybody's emotions towards this film. Like, it's understandable on how each of these characters feel about their ideals towards society, basically. Like, these heroes went through so much chaos, pain, suffrage, that they felt as if these characters were worn out. And it felt like Rorschach had one last good fight left in him, you know? Especially when he had his journal. And, like, he made perfect sense of what he felt about the world. He didn't like scum, basically. Basically, he was like the rated R version of Batman, but I enjoyed the hell out of it. Like, the only weak character I thought was Ozymandias, but that's my opinion. Other than that, I give this movie a B plus, basically. You know why? Because I know they have a lot more context they could have went into with this film, but I enjoyed the hell out of it because of the cast stars, mainly Jeffrey D. Morgan as the comedian, and Jackie Earle Haley as Rorschach, and Billy Crudup as Dr. Manhattan. I enjoyed these characters. Even Patrick Wilson, who played Night Owl, was entertaining. But I can't wait until they do the series for Watchmen, because I know they can do more with a series than they can actually do with a film. But for this being its like first portrayal in an actual motion picture, it's not bad. I enjoyed it. I give it a B plus. That's all I have to say about this film. I'm Movie Wisecracker. Please like or subscribe.